Tonight, on this very day, May 11th, 2026, a great storm rages over a place forgotten by time. This is the Lost Valley, a land hidden deep within the Amazon, walled off by unscalable cliffs. Rain falls in heavy sheets, turning the jungle floor into a thick, dark mud. Thunder booms across the sky, sounding like the footsteps of ancient giants. Lightning flashes, and for a brief moment it reveals a world that, honestly, should not exist. Here, giant ferns, as tall as houses, sway in the powerful wind. Strange flowers, glowing with a soft, eerie light, dot the undergrowth, their colours unlike anything known to the modern world. This is a land where the past is still alive, breathing in the wet, heavy air. A small team of explorers has ventured into this impossible place. They arrived on a small boat, navigating treacherous rivers for weeks, guided by a crumbling ancient map. Now they huddle under a makeshift shelter of broad leaves and canvas, the storm testing their courage. Their leader, Dr. Aris Thorne, a man with a wild beard and eyes full of wonder, checks his equipment. He and his team are here not for gold or fame, but for knowledge. They seek proof that creatures from a bygone era, long thought extinct, might have survived in this isolated sanctuary. The roaring thunder and the strange guttural calls echoing through the rain-filled night tell them they are close. The air in the Lost Valley is thick and humid, carrying the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. Every shadow seems to move, and every rustle in the bushes sends a chill down their spines. The explorers feel like intruders in a sacred, dangerous realm. They have heard the local legends, stories of a valley where monsters roam free, a place where the gods of the jungle still hold dominion. The storm seems to be a warning, a powerful voice from nature itself telling them to turn back. But their curiosity is stronger than their fear. They are scientists and adventurers driven by the burning desire to witness the impossible. Their camp is small, just a few tents pitched precariously on a patch of slightly higher ground. The rain hammers down on the canvas, a relentless drumming that makes conversation difficult. They communicate with hand signals and hushed whispers, their faces illuminated by the flickering light of their waterproof lanterns. The jungle around them is a wall of sound, the hiss of the rain, the croak of unseen amphibians, and a low, resonant rumble that seems to shake the very ground beneath their feet. It is a symphony of the primeval world, and they are the first humans in millennia to hear it. They are on the edge of a great discovery, or perhaps a great danger. As the storm begins to soften, a thick fog rolls in, blanketing the valley in a ghostly white shroud. It moves silently like a phantom, wrapping around the ancient trees and obscuring everything more than a few feet away. The explorers peer into the dense mist, their hearts pounding in their chests. The strange, low rumble they heard earlier grows louder, closer. It is a deep, powerful sound that feels ancient and full of menace. Dr. Thorne raises a hand, signaling for absolute silence. They extinguish their lanterns, plunging their small camp into near-total darkness, hoping to remain unseen by whatever is approaching them through the fog. Suddenly, a colossal shape begins to form in the mist. At first, it is just a darker shadow against the grey, but then it solidifies. Two massive legs, thick as tree trunks, step out of the fog. They are covered in rough, scaly skin, and each foot is armed with 3 enormous claws that dig deep into the soft mud. The explorers gasp, their eyes wide with a mixture of terror and utter disbelief. It is a creature from their wildest dreams, and most terrifying nightmares. The shape continues to emerge, revealing a powerful tail and a gigantic body that towers over the tallest ferns in the jungle. The head appears last, a massive skull armed with teeth as long as daggers. It is the undisputed king of the dinosaurs, the Tyrannosaurus rex. The creature stands still for a moment, its great head swinging from side to side as it sniffs the damp air. It seems to be scanning its territory, a monarch surveying its kingdom. The T-Rex lets out a deafening roar, a sound that rips through the silence of the valley and echoes off the distant cliffs. The ground trembles with the force of the cry. It is a declaration of power, a challenge to anything that might dare to stand in its way. The explorers are frozen in place, hidden behind a cluster of giant, moss-covered rocks. They can feel the vibrations of the roar in their very bones. Fear is a cold knot in their stomachs, but it is mixed with an overwhelming sense of awe. They are witnessing a living, breathing Tyrannosaurus rex, a creature that vanished from the world 65 million years ago. This single moment justifies all the risks, all the hardships of their journey. The great dinosaur takes another thunderous step, its immense weight squelching in the mud. It is unaware of the tiny humans watching it, a true giant in its lost world. Not far from where the mighty T-Rex patrols its domain lies a vast, murky swamp. The water is dark and still, covered with a layer of green algae and floating plants. Ancient cypress trees, their roots twisted and gnarled, rise from the water like skeletal hands reaching for the sky. This swamp is a place of secrets, a silent, waiting world where predators can hide in plain sight. Beneath the surface, in the cool, dark water, something of immense size and power lies in wait. It is a creature as old and as deadly as the dinosaur that roams the land nearby. It is a true monster of the deep. This creature is a gigantic anaconda, a serpent of unbelievable proportions. Its body is thicker than a man's waist, and its length is unknown, as most of it remains coiled in the murky depths. Its skin is a mosaic of dark green and black patterns, a perfect camouflage that allows it to blend seamlessly with the shadows and vegetation of the swamp. For hours, it has been lying perfectly still, only its nostrils and cold, unblinking eyes breaking the surface of the water. It is a patient hunter, a master of the ambush, conserving its energy for the perfect moment to strike its unsuspecting prey. The anaconda can feel the vibrations in the ground caused by the T-Rex's heavy footsteps. It is not afraid. In this lost world, it has faced many powerful creatures and has always survived. Its immense size and incredible strength make it one of the valley's apex predators. Its primary weapon is not venom or teeth, but its powerful body. It is a constrictor, capable of wrapping around its prey and squeezing with enough force to crush bone and stop the flow of blood. The swamp is its fortress, and anything that ventures too close to the water's edge becomes a potential meal. As the T-Rex moves closer to the edge of the swamp, the anaconda sinks lower into the water, until only its eyes remain visible. They are like two polished stones, reflecting the dim light of the jungle. The great snake is a silent shadow, a patient executioner waiting for its moment. It does not make a sound. It does not need to. Its very presence is a threat, a silent promise of death, waiting beneath the still, dark water. The air grows heavy with anticipation as the two most powerful predators in the Lost Valley are about to come face to face. The stage is set for a battle of epic proportions. The Tyrannosaurus rex, driven by an ancient instinct, approaches the swamp. Perhaps it is thirsty after its patrol, or maybe it senses something in the water that has piqued its predatory curiosity. It lowers its massive head towards the dark surface, its huge nostrils flaring as it sniffs the air. It is a king, and it knows no fear. To the T-Rex, this swamp is just another part of its territory, a place to drink and hunt. It is completely unaware of the colossal serpent that is watching its every move from the depths below, its muscles tensed and ready to explode into action. The explorers, still hidden among the rocks, watch the scene unfold with bated breath. They are too far to intervene, and even if they were closer, they would be powerless against such magnificent beasts. They can only observe, their cameras recording the impossible encounter. The tension is almost unbearable. The jungle, which was once filled with the sounds of the storm, has fallen eerily silent. It is as if all the other creatures in the valley are holding their breath, waiting to see what will happen when these two titans finally meet. The fog swirls around the two predators, creating a dreamlike, terrifying atmosphere. With a sudden, explosive burst of movement, the Anaconda strikes. The water erupts as the giant snake launches itself from the swamp. Its massive head, jaws wide open, lunges towards the T-Rex leg. It is a blur of green and black scales, a living missile of pure muscle and predatory intent. The attack is swift and silent, a testament to the Anaconda's skill as an ambush hunter. The T-Rex, caught completely by surprise, lets out a roar of pain and shock. It had not anticipated an enemy of this size and power emerging from the still, dark water. The initial strike is just the beginning. The Anaconda does not let go. Its fangs, though not venomous, are sharp and curved, designed to hold on to struggling prey. With its jaws locked onto the dinosaur's leg, the snake begins to uncoil its immense body from the swamp. It moves with a terrifying speed and purpose, its goal clear to all who are watching. It intends to wrap its powerful coils around the body of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The battle has begun, and the tranquil swamp has now become a chaotic arena for a life-or-death struggle between two prehistoric champions. The battle is a storm of raw power and primal fury. The T-Rex, enraged and wounded, thrashes wildly, trying to shake off the colossal serpent. It stomps its massive feet, sending waves of mud and water flying in all directions. Its roars of pain and anger are so loud they seem to shake the very foundations of the valley. The dinosaur is a mountain of muscle and bone, and it uses its immense weight and strength to try and crush the Anaconda beneath its feet. It twists and turns, its powerful tail whipping through the air like a giant club, smashing against the ancient trees. But the Anaconda is relentless. It holds on with incredible tenacity, its body now beginning to coil around the T-Rex's powerful leg. The snake moves with a fluid, terrifying grace, its scales scraping against the dinosaur's rough hide. It is a battle of two different kinds of strength, the explosive brute force of the T-Rex against the slow, crushing power of the Anaconda. The snake continues to wrap itself higher and higher, its coils tightening like giant steel bands around the dinosaur's torso. The T-Rex struggles for breath, its powerful lungs compressed by the relentless pressure. The scene is one of pure chaos. Rain begins to fall again, mixing with the mud and blood, turning the battlefield into a slippery, treacherous quagmire. The explorers watch in horror and fascination as the two giants fight. The T-Rex, in a desperate move, lowers its massive head and bites down on the Anaconda's body, its dagger-like teeth tearing through the thick scales. The snake convulses in pain, but does not release its grip. Instead, its coils tighten even further, a silent, deadly response to the dinosaur's attack. Both creatures are now severely injured, but neither is willing to give up. The struggle is agonizingly slow. The T-Rex weakens, its powerful roars turning into strained gasps. The Anaconda's constriction is taking its toll, cutting off the dinosaur's air supply and blood flow. Yet the king of the dinosaurs is not defeated. With a final desperate surge of strength, it stumbles and falls, crashing into the swamp with a tremendous splash. The two mighty creatures are now half submerged in the dark, churning water, their epic battle continuing beneath the surface, hidden from the explorer's view. The water froths and churns violently, the only sign of the titanic struggle happening in the depths. After what feels like an eternity, the churning water of the swamp slowly begins to calm. The violent splashing subsides, and the furious sounds of the battle fade away. A deep, profound silence descends upon the Lost Valley once more, broken only by the soft patter of the rain and the distant cry of a strange night bird. The explorers stare at the still, dark surface of the swamp, their hearts pounding. They do not know what has happened. Who has won? Have both creatures perished in their epic struggle? The water reveals nothing, its murky surface a dark mirror reflecting the gloomy, overcast sky. Dr. Thorne and his team wait for a long time, their eyes fixed on the spot where the two giants disappeared. They hope for some sign, some movement that will tell them the outcome of the battle. But nothing happens. The T-Rex does not rise from the water, and the Anaconda does not reappear. The swamp has swallowed them both, leaving behind only a mystery. The explorers are left with a feeling of profound humility. They have witnessed a battle between gods, a raw and brutal display of nature's power that no human was ever meant to see. As dawn approaches, the explorers quietly pack their camp. They have the evidence they came for, incredible footage and undeniable proof of this lost world. But they also leave with a sense of unease. The valley feels different now, heavy with the memory of the titanic struggle. They make their way back to their boat, casting one last look at the silent swamp. The mystery of the battle's outcome will haunt them forever. Did the Anaconda's crushing coils finally defeat the mighty king? Or did the T-Rex's final desperate act drag its enemy down to a watery grave? There is no way to know for sure. Years later, the legend of the Lost Valley continues to grow. The local tribes who live on the outskirts of the impassable cliffs still speak of strange sounds coming from deep within the jungle on stormy nights. Some say they can hear the triumphant roar of a great beast, while others claim to hear a low, sinister hissing that seems to rise from the swamps. The mystery of who won the epic jungle showdown remains unsolved. The valley keeps its secrets well, a timeless monument to a world where giants once walked the earth, and where, perhaps, they walk still.